concern all over his face. His words were numbing and chilling at the same time. And when he muttered the words, it were like they were in slow motion to me. He looked at us and said, "This is going to be a high-risk pregnancy." Everything after that seemed like a blur. And what he was trying to explain was this baby who was being formed in 13 weeks had less than a 50% chance of making it. We went through a roller coaster of emotions and questioned myself. Is this the right decision? How can I support my wife? Can I be there emotionally? Are we ready for this financially? And who will I have to lean on? The next few weeks were like a roller coaster ride. From bed rest to the hospital, back to bed rest. Me learning how to sleep next to this weird-looking pillow shaped like an oversized snake. One eye open, one eye closed. As the weeks went by, milestones were being hit. 16 weeks, 18 weeks, 20 weeks, 22 weeks. And with each week, the percentages came a little higher. I remember at 28 weeks, knowing that we had about a 70% chance of our baby being made. At 32 weeks, I got a call from my wife saying her water broke. I figured, okay, 9 months times 4 weeks, 36 weeks. A few weeks early, no big deal. But it was a big deal. I've come to realize that those who don't have any children, they actually shoot for 40 to 42 weeks. So they've been lying to me all my life. I thought a baby was born in 9 months. So we rushed to the hospital. And we were supported. I realized the concept of a team. I realized the concept of being able to lean on somebody. I was there for my wife, but the staff was there for us. And when the baby was being born, he could fit in the palm of our hands. I remember holding him, a little over 3 pounds, small. And as soon as I kissed his forehead, they had to take him from us and brought him to an incubator where he rested for 4 weeks. He had tubes coming out of his nose. It was a scary time. But I realized the concept of being able to lean on somebody. The concept of a team, this NICU staff, they call themselves. They were the most compassionate, knowledgeable, and empathetic group of people I've ever met. They kept us informed of every milestone. And in 4 weeks after he was hospitalized, he gave us the news that we could bring him home. It was a joyous occasion. I can report that our baby today is 3.5 years old, about the size of a high school linebacker. He's reached all his milestones, but it reminded me in hindsight of the story of the 1992 Olympics. You know, the Olympics made famous by the Dream Team. And when Michael Jordan and the Dream Team was making history on the basketball court, something miraculous was happening at the track meet. It was a U.S. Olympic runner named Derek Redmond. He was a favorite to win the 400 meters. He started the race like he started all other races. Halfway through the race, Derek Redmond fell to the ground in agony, wincing in pain, with a torn hamstring. As the track officials tried to pick Derek Redmond up, he catapulted himself on one knee and started trying to limp to the finish line. As he limped to the finish line, a man broke through the stands and came on to the track field. It was his father. His father put his arm around Derek Redmond and said, "You don't have to do this, son." Derek Redmond looked at his father and said, "Yes, I do. I have to finish what I started." And father and son proceeded to finish the race. And they made more history finishing the race together than any individual accomplishment would have made on history. His father said, lean on me. And I look at the parallel of our life with our baby, who's healthy and happy. I can say that we had a similar experience. And the three things that I draw from our parallel between our story and that of Derek Redmond is one, to accept help. It takes humility and vulnerability. Two, to have a team. And when you're going through some things and you're going through adversity, someone you can lean on. And three, never give up. Always finish what you started. And I challenge everybody out here in the Toastmasters crowd today to look at their lives. Because everybody will be struck by adversity one day or another. And you'll look at each other and say, are there people, in the times when we talk about leadership and networks and tribes, this concept of team really is parallel. And if you ask if there's people on my team that I can lean on, I challenge each and every one in this room to look at yourselves and say, am I a person? Am I a person that would say, lean on me? Thank you.